Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you a male note cards gift set. Now, I don't know about you, but we're always making stuff for our ladies, aren't we? And never anything for our wonderful gents. And I just thought that I love the Classic Garage DSP. I think that it's really pretty. And I just thought, you know what, this cute little gift set contains note cards, and anybody that purchased my February card kit will have received a pack of, if I can just grab one off from the side here, a pack of very vanilla note cards and envelopes. It was my Stampin' Up anniversary at the beginning of the month, and it's my birthday at the end of the month, so anybody that bought a card kit from me got a pack of these as a little thank you as well for supporting me. And so I thought, well, why not make something that incorporates the note cards. So as you can see, I've made a selection of cards here, nothing too exciting. I've actually left the last one blank because I ran out of time. but yeah, just a selection of cards, nothing too exciting. Just a few basics, but there's 5 of them in there with the envelopes, and they fit just nicely just inside this gift set. And I thought, you know, with Father's Day coming up, or maybe some birthdays or something like that, wouldn't it be nice to be able to give something to a chap that you'd made that actually is male orientated, because we don't do enough, do we? So I'll show you how to make this cute little holder. I haven't remade the cards. Again, shortage of time, I do apologise, but at least, you know, you can make your own cards. That's easy enough, or you can have a look on Pinterest and YouTube and stuff like that. There's plenty of inspiration out there. But I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful little note card holder, shall we say. So I've gone with Tranquil Tide this time. I've been embossing this morning as well, and I have powder everywhere. So I'm starting with Tranquil Tide. This was real red. Again, maybe not a colour that we've used recently because of the season that's just passed, and everybody's been using that kind of colour. But as I say, I've gone with Tranquil Tide for this one. And you're going to need some cardstock that is 9 3/4 inches by 7 1/4 inches, and that's 25 centimetres by 19.5. On the short side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, then 6 1/4, or if like me you're not sure, we'll do it this way. So we'll just do another 1/2 and then a 1. Or if you are clever enough, you can do a 1/2 and 1 inch, 6 1/4 and 6 3/4, or 1 1/2, 3 centimetres, 16.5 and 18 centimetres. Then we're going to rotate, and on the long side we're going to score at 3, 3 1/2, 7 1/4. I nearly got confused then looking at the centimetres, and 7 3/4, or in centimetres that will be 7.9, 5, 18.5 and 20. And you can get this out of a sheet of A4 cardstock, so at least we're not having to use big sheets of 12 by 12 or anything. And then, as usual, we're going to fold and burnish these score lines. And this actually is quite a simple one to make, really. So we're going to fold all of these lovely lines. And so, as you will see, even before I've done any cutting, you can work out how this will fold. Very simple. Okay, so we just need to do some cutting. So, because I actually did this quite a while ago, I'm going to have to open this one up to remember. Honestly, I prepared so many videos because I work now, only part-time, but it's enough to make me have to plan and organise myself. So I prepare my videos on one day off, and then it may be 3 or 4 days before I get to film them, and by then I've forgotten what I'm doing. Never mind. Right, so let's see. So the bottom, you've got a smaller panel here and then a bigger one here. This is obviously the bottom bit that's going to fold up. So to start off with, we're going to cut away both of those long skinnies. Okay, and I'll try and do this as simple as I can so that you can follow it. So cut away those two skinnies, so you have that, and then exactly the same with the top. So we're going to cut away the two skinnies in either corner. So that's those gone. Next up, we then need to cut away these two little squares that are either side of each other. So we're going to cut those away because we don't need them. Perfect. Okay, so what we need to do now, because we've now got the basis of our box, shall we say, that's going to fold over, we now need to create the sides and the tabs. So at the top here, so again, skinny part at the top, on the outer of these two long ones, we're just going to cut an angle on both sides. Just cut a little angle. Okay, so you've got sloping sides here. And at the bottom here, we need to create tabs that are going to fold in. So, closest to this bit we've already cut, we're going to cut down. We're going to cut away the outside square. And then we're simply going to make a little tab out of this by cutting some wedges. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so I'll show you again. The farthest to the outside square we cut away because it's not needed. We cut down what would be the bottom, I suspect, and then cut some little wedges. And this now creates those tabs. And this should now fold nicely in and up and create your box. So before we start adhering, I'm going to grab my beautiful detailed trio punch and we're going to round these corners. And this is for the lid, so it's the thinner part, remember? Okay, so now we've got this to look at. So we're going to add DSP. So you need two panels, one of which is 5 inches by 2 3/4, which is 13 by 7 centimetres. And we need a smaller one that is 5 by 1 3/4, which is 13 by 4.5 centimetres. Your smaller one is going to be for your top. So again, let's round those corners, because you know what I'm like, I forget these things if I don't do them straight away. So I've rounded my corners for the top piece, and luckily for this pattern it doesn't matter which way you put it because things are all upside down in different ways. So I'm going to stick this top panel on. So pop that just on there, and then this one. Oh, my snails run out, that's typical, and I don't have the spare to hand, so excuse me while I scrabble around under my desk. It's always good to have things close to hand. Can you imagine if I'd have had to just scurry around looking for it? I know where my stuff is, especially my craft stuff. So, back to this. So I'm going to put this one on here. Okay, so again, now my beautiful gift set is starting to take shape. Isn't it beautiful? So let's get some adhesive on here. So you can either use tear and tape on here, or you can use wet glue. Let's use tear and tape actually today because it will be a touch quicker. Now, if you're going to use any of these, just remember, and it might be worth getting, she says, a pencil, because when you fold this up, it doesn't go all the way to the top. So maybe just make a small mark so you know how far up to put that tearing tape, otherwise you're going to have it up here and then it'll be all sticky and unsightly. So close it up as it's meant to be, and then just shy of the top I've just made some little pencil marks there to see where my tearing tape will go, or even my wet glue. So I'm just going to pop that one on there, and then the same this side. And then I'm also actually, oh sorry, I've got a really itchy nose, just suddenly came on. And so I'm just going to pop a little bit onto these tabs at the bottom. Again, just because it makes it easier for me and quicker so I can show you. Okay, so grab my piercer. So I probably would be ideal to take these little bottom ones off first. And I am going to do them both at the same time because it will just make it a bit easier. So we're just doing as we would do with a normal sort of box, if you like. It's just tucking those in and getting that straight edge, just like that. And then exactly the same with this one. Take that backing off. And then we're just going to pop this panel down here. Now again, just make sure that you're lining the edges up there. And that's that one done. And then this one, it's a bit harder to do, but there's that one. Okay, so there's your beautiful gift box. So now we just need to add a handle and some decoration. So I have my handle here. And this is 6 inches by half an inch, which is 15 by about 1.5 centimetres. You need to score at half an inch, which is about 1 centimetre, in from either end. And then simply fold those over on themselves. You don't need to score these. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder to just curl the handle to give it that shape. And then again, either wet glue or tearing tape on these just to hold them in place. So I'm going to pop a couple of squares of tearing tape on these. Another one there, onto this end. And then these just obviously go onto the top. And then, oops, and then dependent on how you want to close it, let's just pop this on. So I've literally gone right to the end, making sure that those sides are parallel with the top. Same again here. And again, just pop those on and then just sort of play around with it so that you get that sort of bow in the centre. To close it, I'm using velcro dots. I just got these off eBay. I have white and black because you never know what colour you're going to need. And these are 1.2, half an inch diameter. So you obviously need a hook and an eye. Sandwich them together, and then obviously you can stick them on your box. And then it's better off when you've got your cards inside because you can use them to press against. And then there you have your velcro dots. You can use magnets as well, that's, you know, either or. And then as I say, I've got my envelopes here and my cards, my note cards that I didn't make up. So I'll just give these a quick fold to put them in. And as I say, the nice thing is that these are a good size card. You get the envelopes to go with them as well, so they're a great buy, especially if you don't want to buy just cardstock and then envelopes separately. You just get them all in one pack here. I'll pop them in behind, so you just get about 5 in nicely there, dependent on your embellishments. And then I'm just going to put some decoration on the front. So I have an offcut, unfortunately, of some of my beautiful black metallic trim. So I'm going for a good length. Oops, missed that one. So about there. There's my trim. It will fit there. And then I have some crushed curry and tranquil tide here to go on the top. And I'm just going to use the same You're a Classic, and these are the beautiful cling stamps from Geared Up Garage, or Garage, however you pronounce it. And then I have my memento, which I will stamp onto the crushed curry and not my thumb. So I just sort of line it up to make sure my sentiment's straight, and then stamp that on there. Perfect. Just give that a quick clean. Pop my lid on my ink before I get it everywhere. And then it is simply a case of snailing this onto your tranquil tide layer. I'll just fold that over so I don't smudge the ink. They do dry quickly, but you know, I'd rather not risk it when I've gone to this effort. And then I have some dimensionals. In fact, I remember now, I did smaller ones and I actually used glue dots to adhere the trim onto the base of this. So I've just got 3 glue dots onto the back of here. So one there and one in the centre, and that held my ribbon in place. Just obviously I'm trying to gauge the distance, so I've sort of pinched either end about the same distance so that I know I've got almost an equal bit either side. And then I've just gone with these small dimensionals, mini dimensionals, and I can just place those either side of the ribbon, just like that, and then just take the backings off, and then we can pop this onto our gift box. And then this will just sit on the centre just like that. And there you have your beautiful mail note cards gift set. I hope you like it. I hope it gives you some ideas of what to give one of your male friends or relatives for Father's Day or a birthday. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye.